Hello, my name is Mark Kerpiel, and I'm a Customer Success Specialist here at Cisco, covering full stack observability. In today's video, we're going to cover how to upgrade an AppDynamics Java agent on either OSX or Linux. But before we go into it, I just want to say why we should upgrade our Java agents. And this is because we not only want the newest and greatest features, we also want to make sure that we're meeting compliance for security and for performance. For our demo application today, we're going to be monitoring a simple Hello World Tomcat application running locally on my OSX machine. We're using a Java agent to monitor it, and specifically the call to a JSP page that takes us to a Hello World page that we're able to see on the controller. And now just to show you what that application looks like on the controller, here we have our pet clinic tier and node, which cover our Hello World Tomcat application. We see that as an app agent status of 100%, and then more importantly for our case, the app agent version, which is 24.4, which we do want to upgrade to the most recent version available today. Now, to get our most recent Java agent version, let's go to our AppDynamics download page. Once we're here, we want to filter on the type of agent we want. In our case, we're going to be using our Java application, so we want our Java agent. We want to select our version, which is the latest version for our case, but you could select a specific version if you need to. Our application is run on OSX, and then we select our controller version, which is 24.7, to make sure what we're downloading is compatible with it. Once we do the filtering, we get our Java agent options. Our application will need the JDK8 JVM, which is in a .zip file, and it's going to be version 24.6, which is the latest version available for this. And it was released on June 28th. We can check what's new for this release using this release notes button. And there are two main ways of downloading it. You can either use the download button or use a curl command and download it on your specific machine. And just to give some ideas, I used a Jenkins box that would use curl to download the most recent agent version, and then would scoop it and install it on our application servers. Now let's jump into our agent configuration. There are three ways of setting our Java agent variables. In our case, we're using environmental variables, but you could also set the controller info.xml or define them using -d arguments in a startup shell script. I find that setting the environmental variables, especially when using pipelines, is the easiest. And once these variables are set, our Java agent will automatically read them. Now what you're seeing on the screen is a bash script that I set up for our demo Tomcat application that sets these environmental variables. And in your case, you want to change the hostname and access key. The access key can be found on your controller if you're an admin, or by reaching out to your AppDynamics admin team. I'm using port 443 and enabling SSL, which is the default setting for any SaaS controller. And for the application, tier, and node name, you want to set these to make it easy to understand what the machine is when looking at the controller. Finally, if you look at the path for the Java agent.jar, I use the symlink for our Java agent directory called current instead of having the version itself. I'll show you this on the installation, but this is a great practice I did as an SRE engineer to avoid updating environmental variables when upgrading agent versions. Now let's upgrade our Java agent. Here we have our Java agent directory that has our current Java agent version, and it also has the symlink called current. Now we already downloaded it, but here you would download your app agent zip for the most recent version, which in our case is 24.6, and would unzip it, creating the directory 24.6.0 as shown here. And if we go into that directory, we'll see our Java agent jar, which we're going to be calling. We have the option for SDK plugins. We have our logs, and we have our configuration. In our configuration, we have our controller info.xml. Now, if we weren't setting environmental variables or weren't using -d, we would update this controller info.xml either by updating it manually or by bringing the controller info.xml from the last version so it would set to our controller. Now we want to unlink our symlink. Now once that's unlinked, we want to link the new one, which will be for the 24.6. And now we have the symlink current set for 24.6, which our environmental variables will read and then understand to update to the most recent version once we start up our Tomcat, which we'll do right now. So from here, we're going to start up our Tomcat. Now, once started, we can either monitor the logs to see what's going on, or go into our controller to see if we see that new versioning. Now that we've updated our agent version, I've generated some traffic on our sample Tomcat application, and once done, after a minute or two, we should see our application up with some load and see that the app agent version is updated to 24.6, which we can confirm, and we see the agent coming up here at 80% so far. Now, the only thing left to do is keep monitoring to make sure that everything looks good, and there you go, your upgrade is complete. And now, as some final notes, with our symlink method, rollbacks are easy. All you have to do is undo our symlink change, and then restart our Java application. You should consider moving this process into a CI/CD pipeline to automate your upgrades. You also want to test in non-prod first to make sure that the upgrade doesn't negatively impact our applications. Don't forget to plan your upgrades, informing your application team, and preferably plan these upgrades at the same time an application upgrade is occurring. Get both done together. And finally, if you're not seeing our new agent on the controller and are running into issues, don't forget to check the logs. Sometimes it's just a simple fix. Thank you for watching our video on how to upgrade your AppDynamics Java agent. If you want to keep up to date on the latest product releases, including this one, I highly recommend checking out the link in the video description. And please check out the rest of our customer success videos to broaden your knowledge on AppDynamics.